carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Need some high-calorie food urgently? You've come to the right place. Don't worry, I always win it.
Yeah, this is getting.
Time to go.
Add Astra.
The wind knows me. Into the wind.
Let's finish this
The wind
fast.
knows me.
As one with wind and cloud.
Rain outlines your way.
That was quick. One with nature.
There is no escape.
Let's finish this next time.
A faithful offering.
Time to go.
I take it you're the ones appointed by Elder Talapo?
Yep. And
Call me Toltec. The chief asked me to be your guide for the day. His messengers already filled me in on the situation.
Time to go.
bring it.
So the guide is somewhere in this cave, huh?
This is as far as I can take you.
Why's that?
Kind of a long story. Apparently, there's a certain fruit that many years ago, our ancestors set out to make a series of ambitious works of graffiti art. They selected this cave to make them in, presumably due to the availability of the... However, they didn't want anyone to see their work before... To bypass the seal, you have to have mastered the art of...
Oh!
The strange thing is, our ancestors never removed since it was sealed off. The only person who's been inside is the great shaman, Huitzilin. And that, according to her, the artwork tells the story of a... But I digress. Sorry, I'm a...
So you're sure you don't want to come?
I'll pass. I tried to get in once, but the seal blocked my way. I guess it's supposed to be a test left there by our ancestors. If you don't... Don't worry about me, though. I wouldn't be joining you this time, unlike our chief. I don't have the guts to challenge our traditions. This task is specifically appointed to someone by the Iktomisor Elder, who...
Fair enough. All right, we'll try.
You two head on in.
Looks like there's no way past. Maybe try the same thing as before? Hey, it worked! Let's head in and take a look. This should be the place. That fruit Toltec mentioned should be the one on the wall, right? Now the only question is, which ones do we pick? Well, go on.
Into the wind.
Shine down! Let me weave you a verse.
The wind knows me.
There is no escape!
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Time to go. One with nature.
You saw something, right? Whatever it was, grab it. These guys' ancestors made some real works of art here. But based on what we've seen do you think maybe there's more artwork further inside? Seems kinda strange. Oh, no need. Paimon was just thinking aloud. Toltec's waiting for us, and we have a job to do. So maybe it's best if we head out now. Let's head back and meet up with Toltec. We're back, and we found the ingredients.
Sounds like you made it through the seal then. It's getting late.
to go.
Toltec has updated me on your progress.
Sure thing! Here's the stuff.
I see. Yes. This is certainly a very different substance from typical...
Got it!
Please come with me.
Time to go.
Take a look at this. It's a woven scroll made by one of our ancestors.
Ooh!
The person depicted is the legendary shaman, Huitzilin. She lived 200 years ago and was once appointed by the Iktomi Elder. She was especially skilled in the art of color manipulation, and of course completed her... This scroll is a record of her deeds, and was most likely the work of her own hand. The quality is simply breathtaking, even compared to other scrolls of this variety. Sadly, since she passed away, all of our Iktomi Elder's subsequent appointees have had to rely on the gift from the spirits to complete... That's a good way of putting it. My only quibble with your phrasing would be...
Hoo-hoo! Now, Paimon!
Bring out the samples. Now, as I mentioned, the dyeing process is a little complicated, but I am confident the pattern has already been sketched out on the sample. So, you just need to dye each block with the correct color. But you'll need to wait for the dye to fully soak in between each step to make sure the colors don't run. Ha ha ha! Good! The dye has taken to the fabric, and the pattern is crisp and clear.
Okay, final step! Did it work? Paimon doesn't see it!
Oh, that color isn't showing up. Oh, the dyeing has failed. No, your technique was flawless. You did everything exactly as instructed. It would have made no...
Then what went wrong?
It could be the weaving technique. Or maybe the dye has to be applied in a different...
Sorry, Paimon wishes we could do...
I am the one who should be apologizing. I made you do so much work. I will, of course, honor my commitment to compensate you for your trouble, but I do hope you won't give up on this task.
Don't worry, we're not quitters. Paimon does have a question, though. This whole process of recording history, you said yourself you're all about change and reform. Well, this seems like a pretty good place to start, don't you think? Writing things down would be easy.
I think you perhaps misunderstood my philosophy, but that's okay. I can answer your question.
Oh, sure.
Cool. Look.
It's gorgeous!
Now, try look.
Whoa, that graffiti!
In all the years since the founding of our tribe, those colors have been with us It is true that I seek to bring new life to this ancient tribe through change and reform. But I also understand there are the foremost of these is the way we record our history.
Oh, that makes sense.
Since the very beginnings, Our tribe has always sought to bring color to history. And I have a deep sense that this is one part of our heritage. So, whatever it takes, I must find a way for us to...
You're completely right. I'm sorry for what you...
It's quite all right. I'm just grateful you're able to understand where I'm coming. Then let us hope that when we next meet...
My friend, is he any better? Duarte. Duarte was the name of Otoko's Surian companion. Otoko almost drowned as a child, and Duarte was the one who saved him. He dove deep into the water and used all his strength to carry Otoko back to the surface. It was pretty touch and go, but both of them made it in the... Well, you see, Duarte died 4 years ago during an abyss invasion. He was helping evacuate injured warriors. He was a bit on the smaller side, but... Well, hold on. What are you planning? No problem.
Duarte? How did you get here?
It's working!
You're gonna carry me out of here just like last time. Over a decade later and you're still trying to save me. I can't believe you made it this deep underwater, but once we're out of here, let's split a huge portion of blazed meat stew. We're almost at the surface. People tried to tell me you were dead, you know? As if I'd let that happen. I promised to No. Duarte? Wait, you're not Duarte. How did I get here? Who are you people?
Otoko!
He's Kaylee. What's going on? All I remember is the battle against the Abyss and... You went through all that for me? While all I did was cause trouble for... Thank you.
It's coming for me. It's gonna... It's no use. It'll just come back. It will devour everyone.
Maybe it's just Paimon, but she can talk to us, but nothing she says makes any sense.
Ion-san, I heard you cured Otoko? I'm so relieved. I think you're onto something. The mental distress does seem to be... Kochita doesn't like it when people talk about her past. But Ion-san, do you believe... Then, what about people destined to be unfit for battle? When Kochita was little, her parent, she was only 11 or 12 at the time, and her brother, even younger still. The two saw that Kochita trained hard to become a warrior, but still found fighting abyss monsters too difficult to handle. She and her brother will let...
But isn't Kochita one of the warriors who fought the abyss? Didn't you fight...
Yes, we did. You see, something changed with... By the time the guards rushed to the scene, they found her standing there, weapon outstretched, hands, and the abyss monster dead at her feet. She didn't even look at it, and just kept repeating. She became a completely different person after that. She earned a reputation. We all thought she overcame the trauma, and we were so happy for her. But now it seems like even if she buried it...
How can we help her?
Quali?
Quali, what are you doing with that weapon?
Show me the monster that hurt you! I'll make it pay! I'm going to protect you this time!
Calm down, Quali.
I can do it! I don't care what it takes! I just...
Family? If Quali goes to battle, I can't let that happen! But it's useless. No one can beat the Abyss. It's a death sentence. But I'm no warrior. I'm...
Kochita...
Fight it!
Try checking the mountains to the north. A few fled. I dispatched a team to clear them out, so most of them should be gone.
There's no turning back.
I'm coming too! I'm not letting my...
Time to go.
You were the ones who killed them! As a kid, I thought my parents were invincible. They were always so strong and gentle. They seemed like the most powerful people in the world. But I can still see the image of them collapsed at my feet that night. The raging fire, the smoke, the smell of blood. The sound of my brother's cry. They told me to run, and I could see the fear in their eyes. I've been running from my fears ever since. But why didn't my parents run?
You can do it!
Because of our family. When you have someone to protect, there's no backing down. No matter what.
Into the wind!
Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Wind!
I can do this. I have to do this.
Witness the power! Torn to oblivion! Go away!
Where are the rest? Where are they hiding? That's impossible! They were gigantic beasts crawling with eyes, ready to devour everything in sight! No. Wait. What am I saying? Abyss monsters are not actually that scary. I've defeated them before. I know I have.
She's back to normal!
Kuchita!
What just happened? That is quite embarrassing. Sorry about that. I've always envied warriors who don't get scared or feel lost. It really felt like I was getting stronger over the years. But in...
Even though we're both scared of monsters, you were always the one who stepped up to protect me. But not anymore. I'm going to get stronger. From now on, we're in this together!
Is that so? Then I'll look forward to the day when you'll be all big and formidable. I finally feel like myself again. I couldn't have done it without you all. Thank you for everything. I think I'll rest here for a bit. I don't think I can make it back to the tribe just...
I'll keep you company.
Atoko's all better. Did you hear?
Really?
Yes, really.
I see. I was wondering why the Traveler was chosen to accompany the Pyro Archon in the final battle. So all those rumors about the Traveler really are true.
Kuchita's getting better, too!
Yeah, honestly, Paimon was at a complete loss when she saw so many sick people, and we only found a solution this time because you kept her cool and took control of the situation. Whoa, you're right. That sounds too, but... Oh! Well, when you put it that way, Paimon's almost encouraged to start drinking kale juice tomorrow! No, today! Paimon will start— You're amazing, Ansan. You really make Paimon feel like she can do the impossible! Maybe your true—
Ansan! Bad news! What are you doing, Okolan? Wake up!
Don't you recognize us, my boy?
The Abyss monsters are everywhere. They've taken over the tribe. No corner is safe. Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. But careful! He's the—
Okotlan!
He thinks we're Abyss monsters? Hey, it's okay! We're not the bad guys!
Come on! Wretched Abyss! Get out of my tribe! Mom, Dad, Archon, this is my final battle!
Please, son, you've got to stop. You can't keep going like that.
Wretched monsters! Give me my Look, Okolan! That's your father! Get out of my home! I'll never forgive you!
Are you alright, sir?
Please, don't hurt my son.
But what should we do now? He's different from the other two. It's like he can't hear us at all. He keeps calling us monsters. We're basically enemies.
Abyssal corrosion syndrome. 500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Oh shit, this man popped up again. Let's go.
Huh? That voice!
Oh no, it's the captain. I thought it was someone else.
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental trauma in most people. The exact presentation will vary according to trauma level. Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive the outside world. In such cases, verbal and physical interaction, however, there are also those who are so far gone, entrenched in hallucinations so deep, that
The draft of
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects. This man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. If you trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
Wretched monsters! Setting up an ambush! Give me your worst! Hurry! He's a—
Please, give him the draft. In his mind, all his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain.
As long as you're sure, my guy.
Monsters! What's going on? My head hurts.
It's all right, my boy. Let's go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want...
Just... Capitano is fine.
I owe you more than words can say, Mr. Capitano. Time to go, son. Can you stand?
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid, so besides, I care deeply about this land.
Right! When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended Natlan against the Abyss 500 years ago.
That's right. My desire to protect this nation remains unchanged. When my platoon arrived in Natlan 500 years ago, like you, we were true outlanders. But as time passed, though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced, they were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their fellow citizens. Oftentimes, with complete disregard. Just as I fought for the glory of Conria, they fought for the survival of their nation. We happened to share a common enemy, so I decided to offer my aid. We fought side by side to the very end. I traveled to many places after that, but I never forgot this land. Even now, it may seem difficult to understand, but that name carries with it the glory of my homeland and the honor of Natlan. Yet, I failed to bring my soldiers home. And I failed to...
But that's not your fault.
You need not comfort me. I am no longer who I once was. Let the events of the past continue to collect dust in the annals of history. I will
Like, with the draft of who knew you could make medicine?
The drought was Guthred's invention. He was a respected military doctor. As well, we faced a similar situation to what you witnessed today. The endless battles against the Abyss triggered delusions. In order to develop a treatment as fast as possible, Guthred used himself as a test sub. That's who he was. Unrelenting in his pursuits. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people, even now. The Abyss is wrought enough.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned. For this moment. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
You're more perceptive than I imagined. However, some things are better kept secret for now. We may be working together, but our...
What's with the secrets all of a sudden? I'm starting to think we should be more careful.
I do not mean to jeopardize the trust between us. I simply prefer to keep this to myself, because it's a personal matter. All I can tell you is this. Natlan may have survived and that is why my work is...
Well, if it's personal, then we'll just have...
If you have other questions...
Wait. Paimon wants to know how you eat with the mask. Anything you want to ask, Traveler?
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price is death. Even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set in stone.
In the garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow side by side. When the weeds compete for nutrients in the soil, the gardener intervenes to inhibit their growth. I'm not one to pass judgment based on my own standard of right and wrong. But it is an undeniable fact that if that explanation is too difficult to understand... The ruler of death can freely define the form of death, or grant immortality to anyone she desires. Her power is a rule in and of itself. Faced with such an overwhelming level of power, it can feel hopeless to resist. But I am of the belief that, in this world, No destiny is unchangeable. No death inevitable. And no... So, before the final moment...
Oh, did something happen?
This is a critical time for you, Traveler. It's best not to best of luck to you all.
So in the end, the captain still hasn't told us his real goal. He kind of reminds Paimon of someone we met recently. Oh, right, the Lord of the Night! They just seem so tired, you know? Since they've both been alive for many centuries, do you think that's just what happens when you've been alive for too long? Kanich, Kachina, Mualani? Woo! Everyone's here!
Reunited at last. I brought candy and cookies to share.
Of course we missed you! Ooh, you brought Source crackers too? Score!
Ah, just in time, Traveler. It's so stifling.
It's the same temperature outside. Anyway, how was the trip here?
Huh. To be honest, I also didn't. A third of this amount is more than enough for my plan. I need to ask them about you, gather their thoughts and hopes. That will help. Oh, you brought the Pilgrim's Cross. Okay. The progress looks good.
Sorry I'm late.
Shaska showing up late for something? That's a first.
I had to follow a group of monsters further than expected. When I got back, I heard about what you did for my tribe. Thank you.
Okay, let's save the pleasantries for later. Everyone's here. All right, let me remind everyone what's going to happen. I need each of you to stand before... Your words will be recorded and become a part of the travel...
Nope.
All right, then, to start things off...
Hold on.
Right. Traveler...
Huh? But why? We want to hear whatever...
I need people's true thoughts and feelings. It's best if the subject... It's much more difficult to express those feelings to someone's face. People get shy.
You're right. Just like when Paimon doesn't have enough lore to pay for her meal, but she's too embarrassed to tell the travelers, so she has to make up some excuse. So basically, you want us to leave the Pilgrim's Chronicle here and wait nearby?
Oh, don't worry. This shouldn't take long.
Everything Shilonen said made sense, but did you see St. Lolly's reaction back there? She was, But staying out here is just making Paimon even more curious. Anyway, you're gonna have an ancient name soon. Ooh, that's so exciting! Feels like we've been in Natland for quite a while already, doesn't it? You're right! If only Paimon could say a few things about—
Well, looks like you're about to have that chance.
Shilonen, is everything all set?
Almost. We're just missing one last thing. You...
But Paimon?
Oh, it doesn't matter. As a traveler's companion, your contributions are extremely important. Sorry, Traveler. I just need to borrow Paimon gave us a lot, and I mean a lot of information. I'm not even sure the Lord of the Night managed to get all of it.
Well, we've been to 6 nations already.
Here, you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back. I'll need it when I forge the name, but you can continue. And when the time comes, I will forge you an ancient name unlike anything that's come before, so that you, Moika...
I mean, yeah, 6 nations. Definitely men around. Definitely men around. Basically, it's the story.
Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge.
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather Clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability.
Oh, Chaska?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now?
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now. Well, in the Flower Feather Clan, there's an elite flying squad, but it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial, where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win. Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt. But unfortunately, she didn't pass. So it's not hard to see why she's so... Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying test and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so they resolve to quit trying for good.
Do they get expelled from...
What? No, of course not. They're still prized warriors. We have a saying. Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children. This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young... Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance.
Ah, okay. Paimon hopes she'll get...
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur is going to respond. Yeah. People from my tribe call to their Saurian companions by whistling or blowing a horn. So it sounds like Koyer was trying to summon a Kukasaur to practice her, but the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would never... First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only gonna hurt her confidence further. And getting trapped...
Surely there must be something we can do to...
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in... I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse.
Koyer still isn't giving up. Even though Chaska said that she has to do this by herself, what if we could get a Kukusaur to fly up?
It's a Kukusaur. I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely.
Excuse me? Would you mind if... I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. So, I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers. Also, I really want to try some stall turns. Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Hey! Wait! Wait!
I definitely had to get out of there.
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
This is Genshin Impact.
Chaska! I summoned a Kukusaur! Although, unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again.
You're right. You know, I almost thought of...
Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
Huh? Who are...
These are my, friends. You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about up-and-coming warriors.
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean up-and-coming? Anyway, we haven't met before.
Maybe you saw him in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. He's been all over now.
If you say so.
Koyer, Chaska. Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh, Elder Alpa!
I thought I should tell you myself.
Redo them? How come? This is so unexpected.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then so we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which... This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly. I know it doesn't make up for it, but I thought...
Oh, okay.
Chaska, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You've heard it?
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in Natlan. Actually, I've been meaning to invite you...
Hospitality?
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Mighty warriors are highly revered in our tribe. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss. So I like the chance to show you our gratitude on behalf of the whole tribe.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too? Paimon?
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of our tribe.
The Flower Feather clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid I still have to inform the other candidates about the retrials.
It's
With our
crossplay
younger
too, so
generation's
people
future on
PC
the
can
line,
play with PlayStation players too.
there's no time to lose.
And then I think it just recently actually just came out with the Xbox side of it.
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help!
Very well. In that case...
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later. Koya...
Okay.
Alright, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and act. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call. That was your doing, wasn't it? I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something with his whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been pulling the strings somehow. He looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride, so I whistled to give him a chance to escape. And judging by the look on your face, that was a welcome intervention, huh? It's all right. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you. You're the kind of person I'd still trust even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them for good. I think the ends justify the means in this case. She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, having said that, there's a small chance she might have recognized her and seen through the whole thing. That would have done more harm than good. Yeah. Anyway, if you're free now...
She a baddie. I mean, I would definitely pull her, but fucking... The fire icon is a baddie too. And I want her,
Time to go.
I want her more. Oh, I can just teleport.
Ready? I'm gonna get you!
Uh-oh. Are they fighting?
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Combat training? A little young for that.
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation, responsible for... And even though times have changed, we've kept...
Hey, is that Chaska?
Jessica! You're back!
Oh, can you come...
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and Paimon around.
The Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior
Legendary
and legendary
flying
flying
expert?
Legendary? Yep, that's us, alright.
Awesome. It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride a Kukusaur. Even Chaska could only do that for short distances. Mr. Traveler, can you teach me some cool...
Oh, Mr. Traveler! My family shop makes the...
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guests. They're Kotini. Instead of being jealous of other people's talent, Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Yatlan. Easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
That's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chaska, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon...
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that, but it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can only be resolved by force. Yep, exactly. As long as other options are available, someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. But peace achieved through genuine dialogue actually benefits both sides. Even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because they're both armed to the teeth.
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you!
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. Gotta dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay?
Uh-oh. Daddy in trouble?
Time to go.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the Traveler in Paimon. I heard Chaska was with you, but
Sorry.
Who am I? She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's... Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her. It's lucky those wild cucusaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight, or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian and
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started trying to bring it on, but ultimately, she's the only one who can control it.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she...
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition... It's just... Every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. The problem with her is, she's been living dangerously again. I'm sure of it. That's why...
yeah,
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone. Chaska's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine.
Oh, where did the time go? We should meet back up with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right? Hey, Chaska! Hey, Alba!
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say?
Oh, that second one's pretty good.
I was sometimes a little...
That's putting it mild.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back then. No one imagined this feral child would grow up.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chaska back.
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom. Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized.
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. How time flies. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after...
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better, so stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe?
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior. let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down. Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City. I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination.
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon, there are some simple refreshments on the table. Please help.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part! They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space.
Fucking alien.
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us.
Elder Alba?
What happened? Is it serious?
It's... Some merchants showed up. Not from our tribe. Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants. You shouldn't be...
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Cheska, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feathered prize, and Junon spends her days up on the flying platform, staring at the Cinder City.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly...
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh?
Ah, did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days. I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This here is no future for a seasoned warrior.
Ah, come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. And like, it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react...
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't force you.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see... No problem. If you ever want to give it a...
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game.
Waskar, I can assure you.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fight. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna treat myself to a few more games.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a...
Used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't...
Are all Cuckosaurs so strict? The ones in floating target balloons?
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Cuckosaur themselves. So we have a mutual understanding with the Cuckosaurs. If someone isn't up to standard...
Time to go.
Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Ochkanatlan again?
Chaska? What are you doing here?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again soon.
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me. But nothing...
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smoother than before.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, a true rider can fly confidently whatever the condition.
Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? Chaska and... I guess they told you already then. Come on! What? Why? She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it...
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. Alright, well, how about we just treat this as you being my mentor? Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up.
Wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows, you helped Koyer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, but sometimes in life, things...
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
Oh, hey there, Chaska. Did Elder...
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now.
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders. Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to ask the staff or...
I think it should be possible to clear, but there are signs of strange life in here.
The wind's melting.
Monsters! thought I was done for. Oh, this spout should be good now. Thank you very much.
How strange.
Well, could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe it got swept up here due to the ley line disturbances? And I did see them.
I can't think of a way to resolve this. Short of...
Oh, are you here to help? Thank good. So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb. But carrying explosives up that steep, if I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, my plan was to transport the bomb. All I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top of the spout. What do you think? Simple. Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. Or how they got it up. I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. Ah, well. I'll head over and set up now. All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready!
This is crazy. I bet maybe Inkanak was right after all. If a stable structure is formed inside the solid phlogiston, I'll need. But how am I supposed to?
Hold on to your hats. One gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Wow, you took care of everything in no time at all. Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston...
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first, just to make sure we're not...
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena...
All the more reason to have me test it out. Think of...
I guess you're right. With your flying skills, you won't be in any serious...
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable.
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Are you ready? This should be a piece of cake for Chaska. All right, then...
Let's fly.
That was amazing. Paimon couldn't take her eyes off you.
No, nothing major.
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather clan, right?
Catch your breath first.
My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were transporting.
Huh? Are cuckoo-soars really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people?
Not in my experience, but there are...
Ouch!
I've never seen such an aggressive cuckoo-soar.
Tasca?
Elder Alpa? Huh.
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off.
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first...
No. These
Ah! Thank goodness! The phlogiston wings are...
Phlogiston wings?
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These phlogiston wings...
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us?
Yeah, that's us.
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey. Not to mention shaking up from the attack.
But Elder Alpa, what about the cuckoo?
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are... There are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it any further. More importantly...
Huh? Did you say flying trials? What a coincidence!
Oh, really?
Well then, let's forget all about this.
Huh?
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going.
A blood-stained feather.
They're doing something to the birds. I don't
The
like
Flower Feather Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. You came.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time. Although, can't say the same for the cuckoo-soars. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! We're really flying! I feel light as a feather.
These phlogiston wings are...
What the? Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls...
That's incredible!
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and responsiveness in times of crisis. Just think of the countless tragedies that could...
I feel like I'm dreaming.
You'd better believe it! Plus...
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to run.
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chaska had to ride a cuckoo-soar in a trial, right? And the whole point of...
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to...
Tasca, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
Right? That's what I...
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards.
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage.
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing... Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria, tailored to candidates using the phlogiston wings.
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds... We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need. And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to get...
Huh? Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you.
You have nothing to thank me for.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news!
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Huh? Why did Chaska rush off like that? And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Oh, it's back! It found us again! Run!
Curses. She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings!
Stop! All of you!
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing!
What's going on?
So it really is you, sister.
Wait, sister? That...
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chaska, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry. No point. She's an expert at hiding her track. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when we were kids. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukasaurs. We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until the day I was sent back to live with the humans. Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after...
Maybe she thinks that humans...
It's a possibility, but in any case, I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run...
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging...
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
So, how did you...
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up, but I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was, so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe, and see what Mutota and Elder Alpa...
Time to go.
So, I hear there's been another Kukasaur.
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals.
Hey! Show a little respect. The
Maybe in the flying squad.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings...
Are you kidding? How are we
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that...
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Chaska, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you?
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild...
But now that the phlogisting wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether...
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkon's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Pyro Chaska. To prevent things from deteriorating further...
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan.
Thank you.
And don't forget about Paimon.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Also, Chaska, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there?
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do it, unlikely, given how she reacted when I showed... If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third party.
Follow the wind.
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree. Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, she'd throw me... After we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shore.
Stop! You're gonna get...
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story. Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway. Hey, Mama Bird. I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco. I brought a couple of friends with me. Traveler, Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although only with Mom, and even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked...
Does, Auntie Chimpu know...
Doesn't look like it. Koya has... Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then... the next time there's an incident... She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom.
Oof. Got a long way.
Follow the wind.
Time to go. Into the wind. The wind knows me. Follow the wind. Into the wind. Follow the wind.
This is a really remote location.
We stay here? Okay. Traveler. Paimon. Mom says Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we show up on a...
Any idea what they're saying?
Sounds like there's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been the victim of a human... No! It's Chime, Koya's child. They came over the sea.
What the heck?
I searched day and night and finally found them.
Oh, yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a charm! Got her.
Hey, there's another one! Wait.
Who cares? Just get them all! T'Pol pays us per cat!
Yeah, y'all done fucked up.
Joska? How do you get here? Quick, stop her!
Don't you even think about running away!
Y'all done for boy.
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, Phlogiston Wings! Take me...
Uh-oh, looks like it...
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured.
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
It's still going!
Guess we need a more permanent solution.
That was too close. I thought I was gonna...
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am... No!
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was to Paul. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs, and... he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side. So
to Paul? Huh. Sounds...
He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face. And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for Phlogiston Wings, we...
So you didn't even make...
All we did was... them over here.
To make it harder to trace their origins. Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your...
No need. T'Pol doesn't tell us much. But he always stresses that he wants the... This is just a best guess, of course. But we suspect...
What?
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the Phlogiston Wings. The slightest but the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So...
That's enough.
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where... We've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
T'Pol.
Jaska, Traveler!
Elder Alpa? What brings you all the way out?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard this. I don't believe...
Elder Alpa, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you?
Huh? So he...
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather Clan,
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man... You were away on a mission at the time, which is... He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of...
The Children of Echoes?
But despite his best efforts, in the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the Children of Echoes.
Wingless, huh? Maybe...
Perhaps... Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with...
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukasaurs. I'm gonna take these guys back and expose the
Easy, Chaska. The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the Phlogiston Wings, bringing these men to the tribe now, won't win over any current supporters of the Phlogiston Wings. And after all, many are...
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her...
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have irrefutable... Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, I'll take the other members of their crew into custody, too. They won't...
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is gonna be the key to resolving this conflict. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to... Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon. I gotta fly.
Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down?
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. Wakey, wakey, Shilonen.
Oh, Xeon.
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious—
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait.
Huh. To Paul. Yeah, that rings a— Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why— Huh, phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from—
So right after he went wingless then. Was this—
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area, which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop.
Time to go.
I'm back. Allow me to introduce to Paul's mother.
Hello,
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any— I disowned him long ago. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about— He left his notebook behind. Whatever question— He's no son of mine.
Wow, they've really fallen out.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't even if you ask me, I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you—
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we got now.
Some early designs for the phlogiston wing. Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a big project for one person. Oh, yes. The one from the—
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there. What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view? And it only descended to its current height.
Part of T'Pol's work—
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, that would definitely—
I totally called it! But—
By myself? Possibly. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you—
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can.
Oh, good point.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too.
Chaska, you're finally back. Things are—
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle standing—
A relic from the Cinder City? So Ochkon's—
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. Neither phlogiston wings nor a cucosaur can take you that high up.
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all blocked, the gaseous phlogiston, but now it's flowing freely.
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the...
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout.
And then we just run...
Yes, it has its risks, but with
It's an extremely risky approach.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the Chaska. If anyone has a hope of...
She wasn't a bow user. I'd probably join. I mean, actually, no. If she wasn't right before the Buff of Fire
Goodness me!
Maybe so, but we have to act fast.
From a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurements, and then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid? Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed in... It's not without its weak points, but unless they're all struck at the same time, the
So, what happens if we do...
It'll collapse.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle, the solid phlogiston...
You're right about rough and ready.
Take me up!
One with nature.
I swear by my sword! Ha!
Oh, that's how. Interesting.
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
Let's fly! Open fire! Open fire! Open fire! I'm falling.
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following...
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans.
Damn. The fact that she noticed.
Whoa, you didn't even have to stop.
Yes, up there. All right, let's go have a little
That's so fucking dope to get up there.
Haven't ever flown that.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, and sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built... I should be able to figure it out with DePaul's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little DIY from fixing up my guns when they're... That should just about do it. Now let me...
Maybe there were... Huh? Where... Here it is! The workshop. It makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with phlogiston wings when he...
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing... For someone like T'Pol who dreams of flying freely, this definitely does...
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make us... Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass produce them? But this doesn't add up. If he's already achieved the power of flight...
With any luck.
Open fire!
Why won't it fly away like the other?
She's still breathing, but by the looks of it, T'Pol was using these cages. Once a Kukasaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. Let me see. Looks like log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to log... Even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply, I've at least taken the... Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. I should be... Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention. The phlogiston wings. Log number 377. Encountered some issues with the new smaller model phlogiston wings. The gaseous phlogiston showed some volatility. Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious pace with the refinement experiments. But after so... Log number 114. Ran an experiment using log number 117. I've started recruiting merchants and hunters. Log number 121. Major...
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out!
Yeah, probably the contact he alluded to in his other notebook.
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this notebook suddenly changed?
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you? Whoa! What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
What are they doing here?
It's T'Pol's henchmen. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out!
Hey, look here! More of T'Pol's notes!
Log number 403. introduced me to some new comrades who fully... I told them that some Saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with natural gifts, while the less fortunate among us can... But I also told them that progress can erase individual differences. Think of the tools humanity has made to fight back against wild beasts. The law we have put... I promised them that our research will be the new frontier of human progress. With our phlogiston wings, the power of flight will no longer be for us. I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal, we'll be proud of me.
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. Yes, if only it were possible. We could respond faster. But to Paul, what about the sword? You're not sharing the sky. You're stealing it. Bad move. I won't let you get away with it. I'm fine. Let's keep moving. I can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source. Looks like we've reached the center of the workshop.
And still no sign of Koya's babe?
Let's search this area for now. If we still can't find Chima... What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
All right.
Log number 428. We decided to restart the experiment. This is the final obstacle to the success. Log number 436. Earlier today... suggested you... Anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds... Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. But log number 440...
Huh? Why is this...
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
Log number... We lost many comrades in the accident. But we cannot stop now. As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. Instead, we will focus... They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. They're true. To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move the airborne world. All this we do to create a world where the sky... All this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0, it kinda sounds like this is someone new. Does that...
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook.
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. Your father is gravely ill. Oh, I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. All you ever... But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back. This may be the...
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom? Huh. Well, she did say he never called her mom, but...
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently, and this letter looks recent. It looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself. If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why T'Pol always yearned for it all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. He was born... His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless winglet, but his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly, until the love we once had for... He started a new family, with another traveler who was also looking to return home. I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of Echoes, Can you imagine, Chaska? The joy and surprise I felt when or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth. And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Kukusaurs.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chaska. I'm not here for a fight. I trust you've learned of T'Pol's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all. If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to lose their wings. War will never again come at such a great cost. The loss of Koichi. So tell me, Chaska.
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was unnecessary. Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course not. It is a brief moment of suffering for the greater good. The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if we cling. Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Kukusaurs. But this I had not anticipated.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, it can still... I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods. But know that my love for You know me, Chaska. And you as fellow humans. Surely you can understand my...
Alpa, Natlan doesn't belong to humans alone. How many times has the Abyss invaded Natlan now? And yet despite how much stronger it is than us, peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days, because social bonds are what hold a civilization together. And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves? That's as stupid as hacking your own arm off to use it as a club.
They are wild beasts, driven purely by instinct.
How did someone like her ever become a writer?
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. That's all there is to it. It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple. They obeyed me once I proved myself stronger than them. But the moment it serves them better.
You're wrong, Alpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly anyone to their death.
Chaska, I will promise you this. Only the
Well, that's too bad. Because I know a few unruly wild Kukusaurs who don't think that idea is gonna fly. And the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put in...
Is that right? I knew you might be difficult to convince.
Gee,
Careful! Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
Oh no, that's one of the
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them.
Take control? What are you planning to do?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. They cannot stand in the way of progress forever. It is not the move I wish to make. And since you insist on imposing me too...
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk. You never intend...
No, Chaska. You are the strongest warriors we have. Put down your weapons. I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so, while my people consolidate their power. Then, I will... As long as the majority supports our vision, even the Pyro Archon cannot meddle in our internal affairs.
Your vision is deranged, and the
You sure about that?
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, Mutota's...
Stop delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapon!
She's still holding Chimeha's...
Koya?
Huh? What are you... Stand down! No! The relic!
One with nature.
Witness the power. Now you shall perish.
Give up, Alpha. We're negotiating my way out. And this ain't your strong suit.
Just shut up!
Help! Hey, something's up with this relic! No! What is she doing? She'll bring us all down with her!
But why? We stabilized the relic!
Maybe it got damaged in the fight. We don't think of something fast. This whole workshop...
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe!
Okay. It's too powerful. This ain't a toy like last time. But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Koya, remember when we were kids? Come on. Don't worry. I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. We're talking. All I need is for you to catch me at the end. I can't hold it.
Don't be insane!
Alpa! What are you...
You're a fool, Chaska! We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe.
I'm the fool. You really think...
Sure. It may be asking too much for an ex-winglish to escape the blast radius in time. But I can fly it a safe distance away. Even if... Here. This should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today. Koya, are you hurt? Let me take a look at you. What do you mean, I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back? What? Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as stubborn as ever.
Chaska, Koya!
How are things looking here? I think that's putting it mildly. I owe you one. Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaurs can't form bonds?
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement problem. You don't need to. I just need some more time. That's all I ask.
The Flower Feather Clan yield to the strong. So it looks like it's my...
Koya! Koya!
So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up stress finally... Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. Your mother and I would both appreciate it if you lived less dangerously. You know she wrote to me from the Masters of the Night Wind, just to scold me for not doing enough to keep an eye on you. If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she'd come back here.
I'll find an opportunity to apologize.
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay?
Got it. Got it. Huh?
You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done talking. What are we gonna do with her, hmm? She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if you ask me, for all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, she of all people would know how to reconcile with her family after she must have been a handful growing up. Thank you for being there for her. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe when you were up there in the sky.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing danger with Chaska and...
Cusco, I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to Koya and
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask. They didn't hurt you while...
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was... The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the resistance. So, in the end, and as it turns out, not all of the Wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends. I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme sooner. Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact.
Let's see how they like being locked up in a sky prison.
So, it looks like...
Things had blown over, didn't I? And now they have... Koya, I just want to say... Huh? Does this mean you're...
There's that family likeness coming through again.
But that day, when we... Huh? So then, when did you finally make your peace?
Oh, it's Chime and Chip.
Add Ast. Add Ast. Thank you for
This realm... If you ever...
Time to go.
The final destination of So I knew you'd show up here eventually. Couldn't have picked a better moment. I just got back. Took a walk around the place and then had a chat with Tubby. But, well, you gotta make an effort when you go somewhere new. I always like taking walks. So, how about you? I'm curious. What do you do to try and fit in when you arrive someplace new? Same. I approve. 2 thumbs up from me. I don't know about you, but for me, a big part of taking things as they come is not necessarily being a morning person. Sometimes it's nice to just explore without a set goal, see where the journey takes you. Of course, that can lead to nice and nasty surprises, but I guess that's all. All right, I'll keep your preferences in mind for the... It'll be a journey into the unknown. I can't wait! Of course, most tourists who come to our tribal land on vacation stick to the popular routes. So I've gone over those. I could literally navigate them with my eyes closed if I want, but I never would. Because even when it's a road I've been down before, all kinds of things make each trip unique. Whether it's the clouds in the sky, the ever-changing weather, the wildflowers by the side of the road, or all the wild animals that give you a fright when they jump out of nowhere. And that's not even considering the tourists who suddenly change their plans and head off the beaten track onto some tiny winding trail. Oh, no, I wasn't complaining. I actually... Just the opposite, in fact. More twists and turns means a more varied and scenic route, so it's no loss at all. Sure. I'll gladly go wherever you want. But just hop onto my surfboard.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Woo! Whoa! Whew.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Honestly, that might be it for the stream. I don't really have much left to do. I mean, obviously I have all this to explore, but it's not exactly fun to watch. So I'll probably do it off stream. I'm gonna do some more research as far as like the zombie kilogram, but it might be live tomorrow. It'll probably be later than usual though. Apparently my grandmother made plans for something.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
And I will catch you guys